Now to politics, and the division in the Democratic Party continues tonight. While President Biden hosts NATO leaders in Washington today, and many Democrats continue to support the 46th president, a couple more Democrats today coming out against him. Actor and Democratic donor George Clooney and New York Congressman Pat Ryan publicly calling for Mr. Biden to step aside. But Nancy Pelosi voicing support for the president again, but she says the decision to remain in the race is his. Meanwhile, Donald Trump, with no proof, claiming the former speaker has cognitive problems. Josh Einiger with the state of play in all this. He's in the newsroom. Josh?
Bill, the dam hasn't broken, but the tide of discontent is rising in the Democratic Party. In fact, today, New York Lieutenant Governor Antonio Delgado added his name to the Democrats who want President Biden to step aside. Time is running short if the president does decide to pull out of the race for Democrats to find someone else to take on Donald Trump. From the House to the Senate to the A-list of Hollywood, the pressure is mounting on President Biden. Congressman Pat Ryan, who represents parts of the Hudson Valley, today became the 8th House Democrat to call on Biden to step aside. Even former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi stopped short of giving Biden a full-throated endorsement for re-election.
Does he have your support to be the head of the Democratic ticket?
As long as the president has it's up to the president to decide if he is going to run. We're all encouraging him to make that decision because time is running short.
Do you want him to run?
I want him to do whatever he decides to do.
And with the president on the world stage this week, hosting the NATO summit in Washington, the calls have extended all the way to Hollywood. Actor George Clooney, who hosted a mega fundraiser for Biden just 3 weeks ago, wrote an op-ed in the New York Times pleading with Biden to pass the torch. In the last 4 years, he wrote, Biden has won many of the battles he's faced, but the one battle he cannot win is the fight against time. There are those who continue to stand behind the president. After his conference call with Democratic mayors last night, the mayor of Elizabeth, New Jersey, says he's on board.
So I was confident in Joe Biden leading this country for the next 4 years before the phone call, during the phone call, and after the phone call. So it's noise. Frankly, it's noise. And if you're going to get into that conversation, then you're just helping Donald Trump.
And the House Minority Leader, Brooklyn Congressman Hakeem Jeffries, has also continued to support the president after a meeting with the Congressional Black Caucus.
We look forward to continuing to have candid, comprehensive, and clear-eyed discussions with members of the House Democratic Caucus over the next day or so while we are together. And then we're going to go out and we're going to win.
And are you confident Biden can win in November?
Yes.
Yes, he said he's confident Biden can win in November. That's what he says publicly. But in private, he has been on something of a listening tour throughout his caucus, and specifically what the impact all this could be on down-ballot congressional races across the country. Of course, this won't help Democrats take back the House. Meanwhile, as the president wraps up the NATO summit, all eyes will be on him again tomorrow as he holds his first live and unscripted press conference in months.